What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Madrid United. I'm back from my course in Nottingham and clean shaven, all sorted, ready to go for you. The football is back this weekend and we finally have something decent to get our teeth into. Quick shout out to everyone already in the comments section. I just quickly had a nosy over there before I started and went live, and you guys are already at it. Going at it there, Zing Zings, Lil United, Andrew Massey, all going on already. It's what we want to see, a big debate, everyone going at it. Main topic on there is all about Ollie by the looks of it. So, yeah, we're going to get into that in a minute. That is the topic of my video. But, yeah, it has been a weird sort of week, to be honest, because we've only having, well, the winter break's been on. We've had a few games that got called off with the storms and everything. And just first time we've had the winter break, it has seemed a little bit weird, like not having everyone playing at the same time and scattergun fixtures all the way through the weekend. It's been I don't know what to make of it. But getting into my top subject, and that is obviously, we're going on to Ollie again here now, but there's a bit of a difference now because I'm going to quote Nigel Pearson. If you are an ostrich and you had your head in the sand this week, then you may not have known what has happened. But not only has Ollie been lucky enough to, well, let's say every other team barring, you may City having a poor season on their standards, barring Liverpool, Leicester having a great season for them, but barring them, nearly every other team around us has been so mixed match this season, and United are somehow still in this top four race. You've got that. But now, after what has happened this week, like I said, unless you've had your head in the sand all week, then you would have known exactly what happened with Manchester City. And yeah, there's loads of ins and outs and a lot of details to go over that yet. But going off what all the experts are saying, it is pretty much a done deal. It is nailed on that City are not going to be able to overturn this decision from UEFA, and are going to be out of the Champions League, which opens up the door for Manchester United even more. They've put like a concrete stopper there now on the door to the Champions League, just to give United even more of a chance to get in. Even Stone Cairo couldn't shut the door on the Champions League for United now. So, top 5 gets you into the Champions League next season. I mean, it's there. It's with open arms, begging us to come and jump into it. And I'm going to put my neck on that. You all know where I am with Ollie. You all know that I've sort of wanted to give Ollie the best opportunity possible. And I've said till the end of the season is probably where we're going to get with Ollie in terms of realistically. I don't see him going yet. I do, if things go wrong, may see there being some sort of decision made in the summer in terms of Ollie, because we cannot go on. We cannot go on this sort of form unless something drastically happens on the pitch. I can't see Ollie surviving. But I'm just going to say it and put it out there right now. If there's any excuse made about not even getting into this top 5 now, then Ollie, you're out of here, mate, for me. I don't want to know any excuses, don't want to hear anything. It is as simple as getting top 5 for Manchester United. It's done, innit? That is a minimum requirement for Manchester United. Top 5, that's all you need to do when you're in the Champions League by the back door again. And I've got away with absolute murder. If we cannot get into the top 5, then no manager deserves to stay at Manchester United, no matter what the circumstances. Clearing out the mentality, the dressing room antics from the players who are corruptive, apparently, according to sources, according to Ole, the mentality, everything. You forget all that crap. That doesn't even come into it right now. If you cannot get top 5 with the money we've spent already and the team that we have got, with everyone else having the seasons that they're having, then you don't deserve to be the manager of Manchester United. It is as simple as that, Ole. Don't even try coming making excuses now like this is going to be difficult. I fully expect United to be playing in the Champions League next season. I do. It's as simple as that. And that's not getting a bit carried away with the situation we're in and what's happening now. I actually think that if we don't make top 5, it probably will be the most embarrassing season in United's history. Why do we say it like that? Because we've had every single chance to get into this top 4. And they've even made another space for us now, just to try and get us in there. And we're clutching at straws just to get into this top 5 at the moment, because, like I said in my tweet that I put out earlier on today, even if we win against Chelsea tomorrow, which is by no means an easy feat. I mean, we are due a defeat there, considering what we've done the last couple of seasons. I know it's been an alright record in the cups, and we beat them twice in the League Cup and the FA Cup, but we haven't beat them in the league there. I can't remember the last time we beat them. Was it when they went down to 9 men? Was it that time? Chicharito scored? I'm sure that was the time we beat them. But coming back onto it again, on my point before I started talking about our form there, is if we don't beat Chelsea tomorrow, even if we beat Chelsea tomorrow, we're still not even in the top 6, which is it's a catastrophe. It's an absolute farce, a joke, in fact, that we can't even get into the top 6. But you know what? I said it at the start. I'm have no more excuses whatsoever. This is the only. It's been put on a plate for him. It's been put on a plate for United now. City doing what they've done. Well, they've been found guilty. We all thought something was going wrong, and the way they've been doing it. But it looks like UEFA are finally nailed down on that one. But like I said, opening the gate to the Champions League by offering another spot in the league to try and get in the Champions League next season is massive for United now. Absolutely huge now. They cannot miss this opportunity. And like I said, I thought Ollie should have been treated exactly the same way as the other managers. If you don't make top 4 United, you're sacked in the summer. It's as simple as that. You know, he's had over 200 million to spend. He's spent it well, to be honest. If he can't make it work, then, you know, it's down to the manager. They're his players. A lot of this is his squad now. He's the one who's signed up most of these players that are here right now, so that means he's happy with them. He's kept Pogba on, who wanted to leave in the summer, so I'm counting that as one of his players as well. But what excuse is there right now? I've seen a lot of people in the comment section already just not confident at all. Not confident at all about United getting into this top 5 now. I mean, you look at Tottenham today, last minute winner. Arsenal won the first game in a while. If we don't beat Chelsea tomorrow night, and like I said, it's no easy task at all, because Chelsea need to solidify their top 4 spots. They're looking at it exactly the same way as us. So if Chelsea beat us tomorrow, we're 9 points off 4th. Then all we've got is 5th. What are we, about 5 points off 5th now? So really, we're going into this next bump. These last group of games now, heading into springtime now before the season finishes. And you know what? Mid-table, that on its own is a sackable offence right now. I understand why they're keeping Ollie on so far, because he keeps saying the right things, and he still has the Europa League as a backup. But for me, I think Europa League now should be put completely to bed. I don't care. I know it was an option for us going, but this changes everything right now. And I think that if United just go out with the youth team in Europe now, don't even bother. Just get a minimum 5th position in the league, which we can do. Surely we can get 5th. I think it was everyone's predicted position for us anyway at the start of the season. We didn't expect any more, but this is just an absolute bonus now, being able to get into the Champions League if you finish in 5th. If we don't beat Chelsea tomorrow, then I do think 4th has completely gone. So 5th place, like I said, is the only option that we have got. Forget the Europa League. You know we can beat every team around us in this league if we put our minds to it. We can, like I said, it's the perfect excuse for the club, in my opinion. If Ollie can't get into the top 5 of the Premier League, top 5, then they have to get rid of him. He has to go. Simple as that. I don't care about this, he needs time garbage. If you can't get in 5th, then see you later. It's not happening. Not happening at all. There's a lot of rumours going around in social media anyway at the moment. Before the City news came out, even before that broke, we had a lot of reports coming out that Ole isn't going down well with a lot of the hierarchy at United now as well. They don't think he's up to the mark. A lot of reports coming out. Some would say actually reliable people bringing it out on social media, leaking it out in newspaper reports that Ole is definitely under threat now. Tell me something that I thought should have been on everyone's tongue and everyone should have known and was common knowledge to everyone. If you're in 9th, 10th in the league, which is where we are now, 5 or 6 points off 5th, after that's been opened up, having only won 9 games all season, out of what, 23, 24 games or something now? 9 games. Then that's Manchester United. Any other big club in the league, in the world, any other top countries, Premier League would have sacked their manager a long time ago. We know this already. The only reason Ollie is in the job, we all know, is because of his history with United, and that is it for me. It's the only reason why they can be keeping him on. Besides them clinging on to the fact, like I said previously, he's still in Europa League, and United clung on to David Moyes as long as they could until Champions League was finished. The only reason Van Gaal actually seen the season out was because he had a final to go to. We all know that for certain now. Jose Mourinho was struggling big time, even though we got second with this squad of players. A squad of players probably even worse than what we've got now, to be honest. And then opened his mouth. It was the only reason Mourinho went is because he called out the issues at Manchester United. Ole says all the right things, but they will not be able to dismiss or look past where we are in the league at the moment and how we are actually performing on the pitch. We are massively underperforming, and it needs addressing. And how do we address it? There's only one way you can address it, because we all know the owners ain't going anywhere. We know Ed Woodward ain't going nowhere, and it's down to the manager. He's got rid of as many players as he possibly can. So knowing that and looking at the squad, we all know the squad isn't great, but Ollie's got a lot of his own players in there now. And we've been through the squad before. I mean, his backline there pretty much all is. And now we've got Brandon Williams coming through, which has been a saviour for him, to be honest. And the only thing I think that has kept a lot of fans, even the ones who are sort of half and half and struggling to see what is positive with Solskjaer, I mean, the transfers that he's brought in have been good. You could say the mentality. The fact that we've seen more Greenwood and Williams is an awful lot of why some of the fans are still clinging on to Ollie, and that is sort of holding him sort of just above water at the moment with a lot of fans. But let's be honest, it all boils down to that league. We are absolutely shocking at the moment, and you know what? We've not scored in 3 games in the league. We could easily make that 4 tomorrow. Then we've got Watford coming in, the Europa League mixed in there. You know what? Watford have already done us once already. Pearson has already got Solskjaer's number. And what happens if we can't make this top 5? I mean, that's got to be enough, hasn't it? It's got to be enough to get rid of any manager. His win record is shocking. And besides the positives that I've just mentioned there, is there any other reason why you would keep Ole Solskjaer in charge of Manchester United right now? I'm going to go into some of the messages in the comment section, because I want to bring you guys in on this a lot tonight, because I've not spoke to you all for a while, and a few of the regulars are actually in there already. So let's see what we've got here. David Gunn. It's simple, really. If Sheffield United finish ahead of us, then Ole will be gone. Yeah, as good as Sheffield United are this season, it pretty much comes down to what I just said there, because I think it would be Sheffield United going off current form who you'd probably say we're favourites to get that 5th position. I don't think there's anyone who would argue with that. It's the one stable club in the league. You could say Wolves are a bit stable. Them two, out of all the others, Tottenham are up and down. You never know where they're coming or going. They were lucky today again with the last minute goal. A mistake from the defender. But, you know what I mean? Sheffield United there, start of the season, if you'd have told the hierarchy, the people, the powers that be at Manchester United that you were going to finish lower than Sheffield United this season, it had already been sacked. If going halfway through the season, someone has said, Sheffield United are going to be 5 points ahead of Manchester United over halfway through the season, 20 odd games in, you'd have thought, yeah, that manager ain't going to last at Manchester United. But that's on paper. The reality is we've got a legend at the club who is clinging on to his managerial career by that legendary status. For me, that is it. I can see some of the good work that he's done. I keep saying it, but at the end of the day, his time's up at the end of this season. If he's not got Champions League football with all the options, all the chances that have been given to him now, then it's bye-bye. It's as simple as that. Dante, do you think there is dressing room unrest, Adam? I do feel there is an aspect to it. I don't feel as much. I feel like Bruno coming in has sort of been a good vibe going around, because what Bruno brings, and a lot of people, if you do look into him and how he is and how he sort of conducts himself around his football and stuff like that, he is a good influence, I think, and I think will be a good influence on the dressing room. He's a leader. He's a leader with masses and masses of passion, and I do think that it will have got a little bit better, the dressing room. I still think there are elements of problems in there, and the problems I think there is that a lot of these players who are coming in, even Bruno Fernandes must look around that dressing room when he walks in and go, "This is Manchester United." Honestly, he's got to have that at the back of him. He's never going to say anything, obviously, but that must be at the back of his mind, thinking, "What the hell is going on? What have I come into here?" Go, peace and prosperity. How are you doing, mate? Super chat, thank you very much, buddy. What do you think is bigger? What do you think is the bigger conundrum for United at the moment? 1, centre midfield. 2, centre forward. 3, right wing. Centre midfield, mate. All day long. All day long. That has been an issue for United, and we've never been able to address it. And I can tell you it is exactly that, because look at what all he's got rid of since he's been here. You know what I mean? He's got rid of Fellaini straight away. One out-and-out central midfielder, whether you like him or not. The other one was Herrera. He let him go on a free. So, you know what I mean? Straight away, our manager's come in there and gone, these aren't good enough midfielders for us. And then he goes and signs Pereira onto a new contract. And I'm like, the alarm bells should have really been ringing then when Ollie did that. Because, let's be honest right now, if you ask the question, I'm going to ask it to you people here right now. And I know Matic has had an alright spell recently, but if I was to offer you, as football fans, as Manchester United fans, people who watch football every single week, 2 players, 2 central midfielders, would you take Herrera and Fellaini or Pereira and Matic? Let's not bring Fred into it now. He's still new and he is proving his worth at the moment. There's your 2. Fellaini and Herrera or Matic and Pereira. Which is the 2 that you would pick straight out? And bearing in mind what we have actually got right now and what we've got rid of, are you happy with Herrera and Fellaini going? Because that's our manager that currently in position that's got rid of them 2. And he thinks that Pereira and Matic are better players. So, the question's out there to you guys, everyone watching. Which 2 are the ones that you would have picked out of them 2? Which are the 2 players, or which combination is best for you? Let's forget about Fred, just move him aside. No McTominay, we know them 2 weren't going to go anyway. But there's a question that I've asked myself plenty of times, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. But let's see what you guys say. Gangster Gaming, Paul. He's not here with me tonight, mate. I think he's busy with his family at the moment. Enjoying the winter break before the carnage starts, pal. He will be back on, though, definitely. As well as a few other guests I'm going to be bringing on as well, hopefully soon, if they can all commit and not bottle to actually coming on and speaking. People get scared actually coming on and talking. It's weird. I don't know, is that just me? I mean, I could talk a glass eye to sleep, but, you know, that's just the way it is. Some people are not comfortable with it. Herrera and Fellaini all day. Herrera and Fellaini, Herrera and Fellaini, Herrera and Fellaini. I know the crap, but who's crapper? That's probably the question, isn't it? Who's crap? I mean, I'd take Herrera now all day long, just for his attitude in the changing room. I'd take that attitude all day long. He might not have been great, but I think he's better than Pereira. Definitely, Pereira should have been the one who's going. If we still had Herrera, we may have been in a different position this season. Simple as that. And how we let Herrera go on a free and then sign Pereira up is beyond me. Beyond me. Like I said, Matic has had an alright spell recently, but he ain't the future of United. He's not the future of United at all. How can I call? Go into the description below, people. There is an option to call into the show tonight as well, if you do want to come on and have a say about everything going on at the moment. So if you just go down to the description, the information's there of what to look up on Skype. Give me a shout on there, send me a message on there. I will try and get you on before the end of the show. Simple as that. Andrew Massey, Fellaini gives us plan B. He does give us a plan B. I think that's why we brought in Igalo as like a target man, I think. Excuse me. Because as much as people bemoan Mourinho for playing the long ball to Fellaini, sometimes it was effective and pulled us out of some crap. Let's be honest. We were actually in some serious situations until Fellaini pulled us out a few times while Mourinho was in charge. And Van Gaal, to be honest, Van Gaal loved him as well. Mourinho loved him. David Moyes loved him. Ollie's come in. I mean, I was never Fellaini's biggest fan, but he was effective at what he did and he knew what he could do and he stuck to it. He didn't try and be anyone different. He stuck to his guns and was always the same player no matter what. So, yeah, that was basically Fellaini. And like Andrew Massey says there, he was plan B for us and always give us another option. I don't see anyone doing that on United's bench at the moment. And you know what? That's down to Ola. He got rid of him. Let's see what else is going on here. I'd literally take Steve Bruce over Ollie or Allardyce. They're both better managers than Ollie. That's Ash87. Oh, that's a strong one, that. I mean, you look what Steve Bruce is doing with Newcastle right now. There's an argument for Brucey there. He's gone somewhere where he's passionate about. Could that have been a way for United to go? Not for me. I understand the comment. He probably is, but right now we need bigger fish, don't we? We need someone who can handle being at this club, and I just think it's swallowed Ollie up. I really do. You're a pretty smart guy. I like your takes. David, thank you very much, mate. I know, I feel like I'm pretty smart as well. And that's not just with the clean shave tonight either. But, glad someone else noticed it. Nice. Let's see. Ole Gunnar Nevstad. Let's see what you got to say. But Ollie is there to build the team for the future. Anyone older than 28 is gone before the team is ready to win anything. I do feel that we do need a little bit of experience as well, Ollie, mate, in that. I understand, I've said this many times before, that Ollie has had a part to play in the rebuild of United. This is his part, but he's never going to win us a trophy. He's never going to take us to the top of the league. We know this because tactically, even the biggest Ole Solskjaer fans know he hasn't got the nous for that next level management. He really does not. But he has played a part. He has got rid of some of the annoyance and the bad mentality. Not completely gone, because let's be honest, he's already told us that Sanchez is coming back in the summer. So there's a little bit of contradicting straight away there. Smalling, what's going to happen with him? He's gone away as a player who wasn't really needed and wasn't going to play and looks better than a lot of our centre-halves are right now. Is that down to all his coaching? Has he not been able to see what was there in Smalling and then sat down at that table signing Phil Jones up to a contract simply because, in my opinion, and it is just my opinion, the words that came out of Sir Alex Ferguson's mouth about Phil Jones being the next Duncan Edwards are still ringing in Ollie's ears, and the fact that Ollie does go back to Ferguson as well for his help and when he can. I do feel like the Fellaini decision was down to Ferguson. I feel like Phil Jones signed a new contract is simply because Ferguson's around, and some people shout me out, call me out on it. It's just my opinion on that. I just feel like there is an influence there. There really is. And, you know, the fact that Mike Phelan came back and got his new deal at United as number 2. The fact that Carrick's in there. And you know how I feel about Carrick. I do feel like he needs to go away. All these people who absolutely love Ferguson are in situ at United at the moment. And as much as I love Sir Alex Ferguson, as we all do, then, you know, he's got to be his own man. I do feel like he's relying on Ferguson a lot at the moment, and that's why I think Phil Jones has got his contract. That's why I think Fellaini was sold, because Ferguson was always there saying that Fellaini was not a Manchester United player. All the ex-United players were saying it. I heard Scholes, I heard Michael Owen giving his tuppence when he first came through, all of them. Owen Hargreaves, all these people who think that they can actually be on TV talking like they know United and are ex-United. They're not. As simple as. Owen Hargreaves was never all United. He did have a good season, one good season. Owen, let's not even go there. Guy's an absolute clown. I don't like anything that comes out of his mouth. But I do feel like the influence of Sir Alex Ferguson has sort of rubber stamped some of these deals for these players. The ins and especially the outs. My God, the outs especially. I don't know what you guys feel on that, but that's just my opinion. I do feel, and I've always said it, Fellaini going and the likes of Phil Jones getting a contract. These players are down to Ferguson, I think. It's just the way I feel about it. Adam, mate, how has Ollie still got a job? He has not taken us forward. He needs to go, give Poch the reins and the money to take us forwards. That's from Jord Lett. Yeah, mate, I still don't know, to be honest. Any other manager we know would have been gone by now. But Ollie, United have this sort of ethos like they did with Van Gaal and Moyes, like I said at the start, until it's mathematically impossible to get us in the Champions League. The manager stays. I know Van Gaal lost it before the cup final, but they weren't going to get rid of Van Gaal before a cup final. That would have just been the pits and the lowest of the lows for any sort of owners and the way they run a football club. But for me, I just feel like until we're out of the Europa League and we cannot get in this top five, my God, I can't believe I'm even saying that. But until that's mathematically impossible, I don't think Ollie's going anywhere. I really don't. He's not kicking up a stink like Mourinho did. And like I said, the only reason Mourinho was different to the others was because he called out the owners and was moaning from pre-season all the way through to his last game. But it'd be ironic, wouldn't it, if Mourinho took charge of Spurs being lower than United and came through with that team and then beat us to the Champions League spots. It would just show United for what they are, which is just an embarrassment in the way the club is run from top to bottom. I understand where some people are coming from when they say that certain things are better and it has got a little bit better in places, but it all comes down to the league table for me. The way and what things are happening on the pitch is only going to spread bad vibes no matter what you do off the pitch. It can be all happy and taking pictures in the sun in Marbella, wherever they are. I don't even care where they are right now. All I care is what they do on the pitch. I couldn't give a toss what goes on off the pitch in terms of training, as long as they're training properly. I don't care about these pictures that the club keep posting of Bruno and Martial and all this. It's no good to me unless that happens on the pitch and I can see it working on the pitch. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter and it is not even relevant. I don't care. I just do not care. So in terms of people saying that he has done some good work, yeah, you can stick with that, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what's on the pitch, people. It's simple as that. There's no other way to judge on how a season is and how it's going to go and how it's going to finish when it has finished until it's all done and dusted. Let's see. Spandem, how you doing, Spandem? The same ex-United pundits that criticised Jose and LVG for their style of play are now okay with the dire football under Ole. Hypocrites. Yeah, I can't really disagree with that. They all called it. They all said it was poor. I mean, I think some of them are actually turning now, though, to be honest. I mean, I was at the Burnley game and I didn't see the aftermath or what Ferdinand said, but everyone was telling me what he was going on in the studio after the game, saying it wasn't good enough. It's not going to be long before it actually starts to affect them as well, because you can only defend so much. And if you don't want to look like an absolute tit on TV, which they all do in trying to defend this crap that's going on the pitch, then you know what? They won't be on it. How they can say that this is okay, knowing that all the fans are paying good money to go and watch this football, they're going to end up getting the fans turning on them, which is what is happening right now. People like Spandem there, you start to not like these people just because they're backing the mate and talking absolute scripted garbage, which is what it is a lot of the time. It really is. Viking Red, they're pampered silly today. Clean some boots, mate. Build character. Oh, you might have been talking to someone else in there. I'm guessing it's all to do with the players and the whole player mentality and how they're looked after and soft soaked up these days, which they are. Andrew Massey's come up with a good one there. Yet Carragher sees the real problems at United. Sad times. It's like, I heard it on the radio. I've mentioned it as well, and I brought it up in the video the other day. The only people who seem to see the issue with United are the ones that haven't got the red-tinted glasses on. The players that didn't play for United, the pundits that watch the club from the outside. The stats don't lie. These people see what is going on. You cannot make a logical decision being a football fan or a fan of one club. When it's your club, you find it incredibly difficult. It's why I sort of pride myself on saying it as it is, as it happens. If I see something good, I will talk about it. If I see it bad, I'm not going to be scared. And maybe some people would come on and say you look like a bit of a hypocrite by saying one thing and the other. I'm not. I'm nowhere near it, because I say it as it is. And I see what's good, I see what's bad. But some people just won't have it. I said it the other day with the favourite players. They just won't see them having a bad performance. They'll make an excuse up that someone else is doing wrong in the team just because they won't have it and he is their favourite player. There's loads of guys, people who come on all the time on other channels, and they all know who they are, and I don't care who I upset by saying it. When I bring out players like Martial, people bringing out stats. I heard Rance going on about it the other day. I know Rance loves Martial, and he is a great player. I'm not saying he's not, but he's still part of the issue that's going on with his team at the moment. And when he plays crap, call him out on crap. He doesn't play well, and he didn't play well. When he plays awesome, yeah, everyone will come up with stats. Oh, he's this and that. People were saying this about him before, talking about him going and his attitude and he's lazy. I mean, come on, seriously. Just be honest. When he plays bad, he's played bad. That's all I'm saying. And he's been crap the last couple of weeks. He's not been crap all season by any means. But you know what? He's just one of them players. I've got no issue with Martial. I've slaughtered Rashford before. People had a go at me the other day, calling me Brexit. Brexit United, I had to laugh. I really did. I had to laugh because Brexit United, getting rid of all the black foreign players. I mean, come on. Seriously. I talked about Phil Jones, Jesse Lingard and Michael Carrick in the same group. And I'm like, oh, you pick what you want to pick just to make your argument seem relevant, people. It's just going to go right over my head. I'm going to laugh at it. I'm going to laugh at it as it flies past me. Don't be stupid. You sound like an absolute idiot when you try and call me out on that stuff. Just listen to everything. Listen to what I say. It is constructive and it does have a point. I do back up what I say. But I want Martial to absolutely have an awesome end of the season and help us get back into this Champions League where we need to be, to attract the players that need to come to this club to take us forward again. But can they get it together? I was talking the other day, I think I tweeted it out, saying the good thing about this 2-week break, there isn't loads. There isn't loads that's been good about the 2-week break. I mean, players getting extra rest. McTominay looking like he's nearly back. Axel coming back strong, which is good. It's good. It's all good. It is a case of Bruno getting time to integrate with the rest of the team. Maybe that partnership with a Martial right now, which we need, because Martial is the only probably fit striker. You've got a Gallo, but he's going to need time. Greenwood's still young and wet behind the ears. He is going to come good. But right now, he isn't ready. He isn't ready to carry the team. He needs his chances in the team, yeah. I'm all for him starting as many games as possible, but I'm not going to have my expectations up there for him. He needs to learn. Martial's senior player now. We need Martial now. Bang in form. And right now, he's not there. Not all his fault, but I'm not going to let him off the hook. It's as simple as that. He's part of the issue as well as all the other players in this team. I ain't one player that I'm going to back out. I'm not going to back out of saying or calling out when the chips are down and they're all performing bad. Box, can you inform the fans about Old Trafford infrastructure, building, repairs, etc.? Yeah, I'll tell you about that, exactly what it is. It ain't happening. It's going to cost money and they won't do it. The only thing that has changed at Manchester United inside Old Trafford is where the singing section is, and they've got like this new half-time bar just for all the people who like to sing and shout and make noise more than any other fans in the stadium. Yeah, it's great. They are good. It is a good atmosphere because I sit right next to them. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Every fan deserves exactly the same treatment. In terms of paintwork, I can't remember when it was painted last. There's rusty cross sections and RSJs above me. There's a leak above me in my seat, and I sit right at the back near the executive boxes. Not in the boxes, but if you see my match day vlogs and stuff like that, then you can see I sit right in front of Harry Maguire's box. But literally, you go from, this is the issue with United, you go from the creme de la creme in terms of the best seats and the best hospitality into just absolute crap, which it is. You're squashed in. It's the tightest seat formation in the league in terms of, because I've been to pretty much every ground, and United is the tightest seating you can imagine. There's just no room, there's no leg room, and it's old. It's old. It's as simple as that. It is old. The only good thing about United, it's all right in terms of actual traffic and getting in and out of the state. I mean, I say that. I stay around outside for about an hour doing all my fan cams and stuff, so I do know that it is really, really busy, but there are a few different ways out of Old Trafford. It's not just one way out. That's good. There is room to rebuild. They own a lot of land around it. There's a massive piece of land I know that they own just at the other side of the car park right outside, but they won't do it because it's going to cost too much. And to extend the south stand, which they've always wanted to do, is practically impossible. It can be done, but because of the railway on the other side running right underneath the south stand and the Munich tunnel, it's just not a place where United need to be. They need to be investing on the pitch for us to actually still have some standing in the world game and some respect with the team we've actually got. The stadium is still one of the most iconic. You can't deny that, but really, it is getting old and getting shabby, and we are being left behind now in a lot of departments, and the stadium is one of them. Training facilities, Carrington used to be great, but now it's been overtaken by a lot. I know Leicester are building their new one, Spurs is better, West Ham's the state of the art. You know what? We're not top dogs anymore. It's as simple as that. Niz United, hey Adam, nice to have you back. Looking good. Thank you, Niz. Nice clean shave. You know what I want. Ollie should be remembered for his playing days as a great United player. However, him as United manager has been nothing short of a disaster, and he can't continue. I don't think I could have said that any better, Niz, to be honest. I pretty much agree with all of that. I will always sing Ollie Solskjaer songs. I'm not one of them who I'm not happy with the way the football's going. I'm not going to sing his song. His songs are from when he was playing. Simple as that. I will always remember his songs, and I will always remember what he did on the pitch for this football club. And I'm not even going to count, because like you said, the interim period when there was no pressure and it was just a free hit, it was superb because the players played that way. I've been told that the players were told Pochettino was coming in February and they're all down tools, literally. But then he was doing so well, the decision went one way and it just scuppered up the whole deal. That was just word of mouth. I was told by someone who is quite well known and influential in the agent sort of market that was pretty much on the cards. That was the plan. Pochettino coming into United, and it was all scuppered because Ollie had that supreme start. Let's get a few more messages. Let's see. Just gonna go. Let's see if anyone's aware. Gabrielle, are you alive? Are you there? I'm giving you a ring now. Let's see if Gabrielle is up for a chat. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see if they come back. Let's try. Who else have we got? Let's see if we can get someone else on to have their say. Yeah, loads of people sending me messages by all means here at the moment. Everyone wants to say it's good. Everyone's tuned in finally. Always believe in Phil Jones. Oh, mate. God, you just did it. What's that? Who's that there? That Nikos P. Oh, that song, mate. Oh, cringe. Why? People? Oh, it's got to be a joke, surely. If anyone didn't know what I was talking about, I'll go on to it in a second. I was thinking Gabrielle is back, actually. Let's see if Gabrielle is there. Gabrielle, are you there? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, hang on a second. Let me just get you up here. Sorry, people, bear with me a second. Gabrielle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
I can just about hear you, mate. Just about. We've got a bad connection on your side there, I think, mate. Mine's all clear, but go on, buddy. What have you got to say, mate? How are you seeing things at the moment?
Man, I'm really sad for the situation of Manchester United right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Even with the fifth position being available, I'm not sure we can get into that position.
Not sure we're going to get top 5, mate. No.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not sure because I don't trust the manager, man. I don't trust the manager.
Ollie's not your man then, mate. No.
He's not my man. And one thing I want the Oli fans should to look at the big picture is that if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not in Manchester United, which of the 19 other Premier League teams are going to hire him? They should look at the options and wait. Let's remove sentiments aside from coaching. He's not man. He's not capable enough to be coaching Manchester United.
No, mate. No, I totally hear what you're saying there, but I mean, I know we got a bad line there. Actually, sorry, mate. I'm just gonna have to. I'll cut you off there, mate, and try and get you back on in a second because the line's garbage. But I'm just gonna go on. Cheers for coming on, Gabriel, mate.
All right.
Nice one, buddy. I'll try and get you back on, mate. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, it's like Gabriel said. Then it's like, what other team in the Premier League is going to take Ollie as a manager, going off his exact record? I mean, what gives him, or what would make any single team, any club in the Premier League, actually want to take him on as a manager? I mean, I don't understand it. I really don't. When you look at it that way, it's impossible. You can't answer that question. It's like Gabriel just said then. I know we couldn't hear him properly. Sorry, Gabriel, mate. But he wouldn't get manager's job at any other Premier League team. Like 19 other teams in the league, he wouldn't get. No one would take him on. No one would take Ollie Solskjaer on as a manager. I do feel like this is his last job in England. That's how I feel. I do feel like he is past it. Oh, past it. He never even started, to be honest, did he? But God, that was. He just wouldn't, would he? He wouldn't get into any other club in the Premier League as a manager right now, going off what he's done at United, what he previously did at Cardiff. I just don't see it. And it's a fair point from Gabriel. It's exactly where we are at. It's exactly the situation that we're in. And it's sad that we're talking this way about Ollie, but facts don't lie. That simple as that. It really isn't. This time in a year from now, the big discussion is going to be if Poch should be sacked or not. That's Ole Gunnar Nevstad. He's a topper. He's a top Ollie in him, aren't you, Ole Gunnar, mate? I know. He's backing him all the way, which is fair enough. Everyone has their manager they want. I think he's getting onto the point now where it is the fickle nature of football fans. When Poch comes in, all we want to see, I think, is a manager that looks like he's got a plan. We just need to see. The only one who looked like he had a plan was Van Gaal. The fact that it took his team 2 years to get out of his own half, I think, just bored half the fans and support base to death. That was the only issue with Van Gaal. It was just a case of a snowfest every single game. And that's an issue. But you could see what he was trying to do. Let's see. Madred is the 2019 Terrar Fergie type. 2019? I don't know what you're on about, mate. Don't know what you're on about, but let's crack on. Ollie is apparently going to play Lukaku on the right wing. What are you on about there? Nice, Super Red fan. We won't beat Chelsea. Oh, right, I see what you mean there, mate. You're going on about what Ollie was doing well. Lukaku was there. Yeah, I mean, there was only one position Lukaku could play, and that was he was never even good at that position. So when you're trying to move him around, try and find a place in the team for him, then he was probably writing on the wall, wasn't it? We should have known Lukaku was going to be gone in the summer. And he pretty much cemented that deal. Let's see if we get it right. Football shocking and results are even worse. Don't know how anyone can say we are getting better. Jordlet. Yeah. It says it all. It says what it does what it says on the tin, mate. Really, that, doesn't it? And the crowd was singing Louis van Gaal's Red and White Army. Yeah, I know, mate. It's fickle fans, mate. It's exactly what it is. That was from Box. Cheers for that, mate. Can't find any quotes. I guess that's that. Not many managers could have taken over that Cardiff team in the middle of a bad season and turn things around and keep them up. I don't think it's the keep them up issue, Ole Gunnar, mate. It's the getting sacked while he was in the Championship that a lot of people are getting at. That was a bit of a thing. With the team that he had, it was more than enough to come back up. I know it's hard to come up out of the Championship, but to last as long as he did and be sacked by someone like Cardiff pretty much says it all. I think that's the main thing with that one with Cardiff. Man United played one of the worst brand of football in England. Counter-attack is not tactics. Anybody can set up. Any team can set up to counter. Yet, do agree, we don't have a plan B, do we? We don't have a plan B, and that is the issue with Manchester United at the moment. If plan A works, it's great, and that's when we look good. We go behind in the game, then we're struggling out with straight away. We're looking like we've got no idea how to get back into the game. That is the problem with a lot of the United fans. That's how they see it. And the fact that we're seeing that more than the good is the issue at the moment, because the outs are outweighing the ins now with Ollie. It's clear as day, and things need to change over this last third of the season. Needs to be amazing. It really does. We need to be in the Champions League. Like I said at the start of the video, be in the Champions League, then he's got a chance. He will stay. But not, then he's gone. Simple as. I do feel like they're going to struggle to keep him. They're going to struggle to get rid of Ollie if he gets into the Champions League. I really do. I just don't think they'll get rid of him. The way this club runs, it's all about hitting financial landmarks, and that is one big one. That is one massive one. Adam, are we ever going back to 4-4-2 Viking Red? Mata can't hack it now, and Lingers isn't intelligent enough. That's from the Woods Poo. Viking Red 4-4-2 is non-existent, is it, mate? There's so many ways you can adapt that formation as well. It doesn't have to be a straightforward 4-4-2. You can play around with it and be clever, but you've got to have the right tactical nous to do that. Getting onto the likes of Mata there and people clinging on to Mata, you know how I feel about Mata. I do feel he is a class player, but his legs are working 20 yards behind his brain. He is clever, but he ain't quick enough for the Premier League now. He isn't strong enough for the Premier League. He can be an impact sub when we're maybe in a tight spot and he can pick out that pass, but he's no way near the player that United need to be signing up to 3-year contracts to take us forward. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. He was good enough. Not anymore, he's not. And he's ageing. Matic, Mata, same. They're starting to get old and they just can't do it anymore. Not on a consistent basis. That's it. One game here and there and people start jumping on him like Martial did. One great game and everyone tries to use it as the argument against anyone who said anything bad against him. The whole players with the favourite, fans with the favourite players scenario, again, that does my head in. It really does. Just say as it is, be honest. He played well? Yes, he did. He played bad? He was shit. Simple as. Don't go trying to defend what isn't defendable. Anyway, Igalo got to start tomorrow. Nicholas P. I don't think he will. I think he may. Ollie's hinted to him actually playing a part in the game. So there is a chance we may even see Igalo tomorrow, which would be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing him and seeing what he can do. I know he's got United in his heart and he's passionate about being at United. It's a type of player that, in that sense, I can understand why we went for, knowing that he would give everything. If you don't give everything, then you ain't going to get in this team. I think that's the old issue with Pogba, and some would argue in the Martial debate as well. But Igalo coming in, we don't know. We're not going to see it, are we? We're not going to see it straight away. He needs to be given time like Bruno does. Andrew Massey Bruno needs to be on free kicks. Yes, he does. He does need to be on free kicks. Let's see, Jordlet. Adam, how you see the result going tomorrow night, mate? Fancy us getting anything? Gap is starting to get bigger if we lose. 9 points if we lose from top 4. I think we'll be about 5 or 6 off the 5th place if we don't win tomorrow, which is a bit of a disaster. I can see it being a draw tomorrow. That's what I can see. I really can. I don't think we're going to win again, although stranger things have happened this season. I didn't see us beating them in the Carabao Cup, but we beat them. I didn't think we'd smash them like we did at Old Trafford, but we were clinical. I think that's all he got Lampard's number. You never know. Or are we severely overdue a big defeat to Chelsea? Some will look at it that way. Adam, if we don't finish ahead of Arsenal, that's embarrassing, mate. That's from Lee Farrell. Yeah, mate. They are garbage, mate. They really are. Some would say Tottenham are garbage. And then you'd think, looking at it on paper, if we finished below Wolves and Sheffield United, that was even more of a sackable offence. But them two clubs look like they've been in the Premier League longer than what United, Spurs and Arsenal have at the moment. The way they're conducting themselves and the way they're playing, they're playing it like big teams. Expectations are getting higher and higher, whereas Arsenal have a similar mentality like United have when Ollie first came, and it's going to take time. Rebuild, change the mentality. How long can you say that's not the same anymore? You don't get the time anymore to do that. The money that's pumped into these clubs, the fans, the money the fans spend and see the money being pumped in. Yeah, there is an argument for spending it the right way, director of football, whichever way you want to go down that, but you don't get time anymore. You heard like Roy Keane saying he needs 2 years. Expect a trophy in 2 years, and Jamie Carragher on the other hand saying that's not good enough for Manchester United. I mean, which way do you go? Whose side are you on? As a paying fan, it's hard for me to say that this is acceptable. I'm not saying I have any God-given right above any other fan to say what is right just because I go to games. I don't. But for me, my own personal, it's like there's no value for money in watching United at the moment. And if that's the case, then how is United as a business going to move forward if there's no value on the pitch? The whole money making machine that United is was built on the entertainment factor that Manchester United are. The fact that we could go anywhere in the world and play any team off the pitch. We could entertain every single week. That's what all this money was built on. And now we're moving away from that. It's a case of, well, you've got to give it time, haven't you? We've got to get back to the glory days. Well, it's a scary thought because we're so far away from getting anywhere near glory days. Glory days, for me, 5 years. 5 years. And by that I mean challenging for titles and getting into the last 8s and 4s of Champions Leagues, looking like we've got a chance of getting to the final, winning the final. They're glory days. And it's like, I hate to say that the United pundits, the ex-United players are the ones who are wrong above players who I used to hate, like Redknapp and Carragher. I can't stand Graham Souness and what he says, but a lot of the stuff that he's saying is actually right, isn't it? And we all hate to say it and admit it, but the people from the outside are the ones that are seeing the bigger picture right now. It's like us all looking at the City situation right now. We're looking at it going, well, you cheated. You get what you deserve. And the City fans are like, well, you know what? We don't see it that way. We see it as they're trying to make an example of an English team because they don't like England, apparently, UEFA, in terms of all the time we tried to get World Cups and bids and stuff like that. They've always had it in against us, and City fans are looking at us. They've never liked us. They've picked up on everything that we've done. And why aren't PSG getting the same treatment? They're not getting the same treatment because they didn't lie about what they told UEFA. UEFA know everything about PSG, and that's the reason why they're probably not getting what City are getting. City lied about their books. They lied about what they were telling UEFA, and you know what? From what I've listened to and from what I've been told, there ain't a cat and nails chance that City are going to get this overturned. It is nailed on. They are out for 2 years, and that is the end of Pep Guardiola and probably a few of their squad. How they come back from this one, I do not know, because I don't think they'll ever be as good as what they are or what they was under Pep. And their time will come. Their time, well, to be honest, they're still going to be better than us, even without Pep. But you know what? Liverpool are the ones that are worrying at the moment, aren't they? And how stable their club is. And all Liverpool fans say to me, we went through exactly the same thing that we had it with Gillette and Hicks and the way the club was run, until we had the manager and owners in that were on exactly the same wavelength, and the communication level was there all the time, like it is at City. From top to bottom, the communication just seemed to be everyone was on the same page. At United, it never looked like that. It's never looked like that since Ferguson left. It's been so split and so divided, and like people have said in the comment section there, that's where the fan base is now. There's so many different United fans at the moment, from looking at it from different sides. You've got social media, you've got the old school who hate the social media, you've got fans who think you should back whoever is there and not even think or look about what's going on the pitch. And then you've got the fans who want to just watch the football, judge the football, and then assess it at the end. But through doing that and calling out certain players and managers, we get stick for that. It's so divided. There's so many different areas of the football club at the moment that it just doesn't ever look like it's going to get better. Where and how that starts to get better is beyond me. I really don't know. With a new manager, possibly, we don't know. I don't think we will see that or be able to answer that question until the end of the season, though, and that's when it's crunch time. It's hard. I mean, for me, he's gone in the summer. I'm going to say it now. I just think that there's no way that he can survive. There's no way he can survive unless he gets in the Champions League or he's gone. I'm saying it right now. Jay Singh with a little super chat just before the end there. Nice one, mate. What have we got? Alright, Adam. How you doing, mate? Ain't seen your show in a while. Hope you're doing well. Do you think we will sign Sancho in the summer and score for tomorrow? Okay, mate. Let me see. Sancho in the summer. Rumours are it is between us and Chelsea. I can't see him going to Liverpool because I don't think he'll play. Depends how United move. It's like I said, mate, if United can seize this opportunity, this gift they've been given by top 5 now being champions. If we get in the Champions League, we can sign anyone we want. Simple as that. If we get in the Champions League, we will get Sancho. It's my opinion. I do think that one of Grealish or Maddison may even come in as well. I really do, because I think Pogba's going to be going, and we are going to have money to spend, and that's the way the club is going to go forward. They're going to go young, English, Maddison, Grealish, Sancho, 3, top of the list there. Now, I can say that without even hearing anything or hearing any reports, mate, that them 3 are top of United's list right now, because it fits the mould of what we're going through and how we're trying to rebuild. So you know them 3 are top. All 3 positions we need, all young English quality better than what we've got. It's a no-brainer, mate. No-brainer. I'd expect 1 minimum of them 3. 2, I'd probably say, was no surprise. Tomorrow's game, 1-1 for me, mate. I just see it getting a draw. That's all I can say about that. I just can't see us beating Chelsea again. But I do think that we will hold on for a draw. That's my opinion on that. Anyway, people, I'm going to round up the video there. It's pretty much an hour in. Good to be back and speaking to you all again. Thank you, everyone. Super chats, Skype messages, Skype callers. Sorry about that, Gabrielle, about the bad reception on there as well. Everyone who's come on, watching, it will be thick and fast now. Don't forget, people, if you are tuning in for the first time, hit the subscribe and the bell notification button, because there's going to be an awful lot coming up. I won't be at Chelsea. I can't make it from work. Work commitments have strangled me on that one. And I won't be going over to Belgium. But after that, it's pretty much full throttle. And loads of away games. My God, there's going to be some serious travelling going on. And some serious work being have to put in. But you need to stay tuned to get all of it and get the reaction instantly after the games like I do. And I try to get it to you all as soon as possible and as quick as possible. Content is going to keep on coming thick and fast. Jay Singh, front cover boy as well, would be big for marketing. Yeah, all of them, mate. All of them. Definitely shirt sellers, mate, down there. Jay Singh, cheers for that, mate. 2 super chats in 5 minutes. Love you, man. Take it easy, people. Get back to me. Comment after this video goes on to the channel as well. I will get back to as many people as possible. I will be, let's see, I don't know, I might actually come on live after the Chelsea game tomorrow. What do you reckon? Good one? I think so. All the best, Brexit FC. In it, people. Adam. Checking out. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of what is left of this weekend. Don't get blown away by Storm Dennis. Yeah, I was going to say Desmond then. God, fucking Desmond. Anyway, people, take it easy. I'll catch you tomorrow night. I'll probably come on live after the Chelsea. Get your reactions after the games. Good. If I'm not at the games, I usually do a live show. But take it easy. Have a good evening, people. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.